Goodbye, lazy girl era, and hello, your highest self. If we are in our lazy girl era, things aren't getting done. We are not getting ahead. We're not hitting our goals, and we're definitely not ending the year strong. And that is what we all need to be doing, ending the year strong. Be way more ahead. You can get way closer to those goals. You may even hit those goals, but in order to do that, we need to make sure that we are literally going all out and definitely not in a lazy girl era. So get your notes ready, because in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a handful of different focus techniques, tips, strategies that you guys can do to exit that lazy girl era. Number one is working on our prioritization. Your prioritization is so important because it will literally make or break your day with the things that you do and the things that you don't do, the things that you should be doing, the things that you shouldn't be doing. And there is no better way to tell exactly what these things are that you should do, that you shouldn't do, than the Eisenhower Matrix. I might be saying that wrong. I'm gonna put the spelling up on the screen, but this is a matrix that literally will help you figure out exactly this. And this matrix is pretty much where you split up all those to-dos into 4 different quadrants. Quadrant 1 is all the urgent and important things to do first in your to-do list, in your daily DMOs. Quadrant 2 are important things, but they're not urgent. They don't gotta be done right this second, so they can be scheduled. Quadrant 3 are urgent but not important and can be delegated. And then quadrant 4 are just things that are actually not important, not urgent, and you can completely eliminate them. So this is the 4 different quadrants that you are going to be placing all of your tasks, all of your to-dos into, to then see the next steps from there. So the first thing that you want to do is make a to-do list of all the things that you need to be doing in your day-to-day routine, right? For your business, for your work, for your goals. So make that list of all the things. Like, I can make a list of a bunch of things that I need to be doing every single day, from answering messages, having calls with my customers, doing social media, uploading on social media, making content, editing content. So make that to-do list of the things that you know that you gotta be doing every single day. Step 2 is to then assess all these tasks based on their importance and their urgency. And then start placing these tasks in these corresponding quadrants. As you go through every single one of them, think of, okay, in regards to this quadrant, where does this task go? And then from there is where we take action every single day. We're focusing on the tasks in quadrant 1. We're allocating time to quadrant 2, because the quadrant 2 are, like I said, are important, but they're not urgent. They don't gotta be done right this second, right now. We're delegating those tasks in that quadrant 3 box. Like, so for example, me editing content, a lot of my reels or TikToks or certain short form content pieces, I have an editor for, so I can delegate those things. I have people that are working in my business that I can delegate certain tasks to. And then we're completely eliminating, postponing those tasks that are in that quadrant 4. Really doing this will help you focus on exactly what needs to be done every single day, and making sure that you're doing the most important things every single day. Because a lot of the times what happens is we have a to-do list, right? And a lot of times we do the things that are not that important first, because maybe they're the things that are easier, maybe they're the things that, you know, we like to do. There's certain things that we absolutely hate doing and we dread doing them. For some of us, those are the things that are the most important. They are the income producing activity for us, for our goals, for our business. Okay, the second focus technique, which some of you guys may already know, is the Pomodoro technique, where it's pretty much a timer where, you know, you set it and you set it for 25 minutes. And in those 25 minutes, you are working on one task and one task only. This focus really puts you in that zone of working on something. And how this would look is, let's say you are working on one task right now, which is editing a presentation. You are pretty much putting all things away and you're doing nothing but that one assignment, that one task in that 25 minutes. You set the timer, and the minute that timer starts, you're not doing nothing but focusing on that one assignment for 25 minutes. And have 5-minute breaks in between every single one of these 25-minute intervals. So work on something with the timer going 25 minutes, 25 minutes is done, okay. 5-minute break, right? And then another 25 minutes set working on another task on that to-do list. You getting in the habit of doing this, and it might be weird the first couple times, but you getting in that habit of doing this will really get yourself focusing, recharging for a little bit, and then focusing again. The issue is, and that's why like something like a timer like this, it's something so minor, but it actually works. Because if you're just like on your phone and you try to put your phone down, and right now you're like, okay, I know I need to work on this presentation right now. Okay, let me open up the presentation, and then you get a message or a notification or an email. So you check it, and that's where you get sidetracked. That's where you get distracted. You open up that, and then you maybe start replying to people, and then you go back to working a little bit, but then you think of something and you're like, oh, that's a really good idea. And then you jot it down, and then your mind goes here, your mind goes there, and you lose focus. So using this Pomodoro technique really allows for focus. When you see that timer in front of you and you see go, and there's absolutely nothing else that I can do than work on this one item on the to-do list during this timer, you're gonna work on that one thing. And because your mind knows, I can't look left, I can't look right, it's nothing about this one thing. And also, your brain naturally sees it's just 25 minutes. It tricks itself into thinking, okay, that's really not that bad. I can actually do this assignment. I can actually finish this task on my to-do list. As humans, when we just think of a task, we get overwhelmed, we get overstimulated, and then we don't know how long we're gonna work on it. And then we think it's gonna go into an hour, it's gonna go into 2 hours. And this is where we slack. This is where we hesitate. This is where we start not being productive. We're lazy girls, right? But when your brain knows it's just 25 minutes and then I'm done, it's much easier to stay focused and all massive action on that one thing. The third thing that you're gonna be doing is eliminating distractions. More people need to understand that you can literally be setting yourself up to win every single day if you just eliminate distractions around you. I always say, set yourself up for success. Like, for example, if I'm on a diet, it's gonna be much easier to lose weight if I just don't buy any sugary foods, any pop. Like, I literally, if I'm ever having a craving, there's nothing in my fridge but fruit. There's physically nothing I could reach for and grab. So that's setting myself up for success. But what if I have a frozen pizza in the freezer? What if I have ice cream bars? I have candy, I have a bag of chips, I have pop. When I have those random cravings, it's gonna be much more easy to just grab it. When I'm too lazy to cook that night, it's gonna be much easier to pop that pizza in the oven. So set yourself up for success in your work so you can actually stay productive. Your phone, your social media, turning notifications off, deleting apps that maybe you're spending too much time on, maybe deleting TV subscriptions because you're watching too much TV. There's no set things, because this is gonna look different for every single person because every person has different distractions. So be honest with yourself. Think of your day-to-day life. What are the things that get in your way? What are the things that are stopping you and holding you back from being your best self, being productive every day, being lazy, not getting closer to your goals, not allowing you to be your highest self? Write those things down and eliminate them. Just eliminate them for a period of time, for 60 days, 90 days, and then reward yourself with maybe adding an app back, or adding a game back, or adding Netflix back. The fourth thing is creating an environment to win. Creating an environment that gets you productive, gets you inspired, gets you motivated. It's a known thing that if your environment is a mess and you're waking up to clutter, or your office space is all cluttered, you're gonna feel less productive. You're gonna feel more lazy. This is why waking up in the morning, and well, for me, I work from home. I fix my bed. I make sure my room is clean. I make sure my living room is clean because I'm in my house. I'm in my condo working from home every single day. If it was a mess, that is gonna reflect onto my energy. I'm gonna be sluggish. Your environment reflects you. Your environment affects your mood, your energy, and obviously all this goes to your lazy girl era or your productive girl era. So having a neat workspace, having a space that's organized, promote mental clarity and productivity. Number 5 is using music, noise canceling tools. There are certain things that I do in my to-dos, certain activities that I do in my work every single day that it just keeps me more focused if I have some classical music or if I have something playing in the background. And you gotta be very, like, this is a trial and error. This is literally what works for you. Because I mean, unless there's someone that's gonna come forth and say this works for them, I can't see how having Drake bumping in the background is gonna get you to focus on something. I feel like I'm gonna start dancing, singing, I'm gonna get too distracted. Like, I can't have that kind of rap or R&B playing in the background of my work. But for me, I've noticed certain things, having classical music playing in the background or having some kind of audio keeps me focused, keeps me kind of in a workflow. But then I also notice that there's certain tasks that I physically have to have pin drop silent, because that just, like, for me, editing my YouTube videos, I can't have TV going in the background. I can't have music playing because I get too distracted. Like, editing is one thing that I just need to be me and my laptop. So I know that about me. Maybe music for all of your to-dos helps you. Maybe music and none of your to-dos helps you because it always just distracts you, period. So really figuring out what works for you. Maybe you're in a loud environment or you live with a bunch of people, you're working around a lot of people. So having some kind of noise canceling tool works for you because it's very easy to get distracted if you are living with someone or if you do have loud noise around you because you're trying so hard to concentrate on something and you keep hearing this in the back and you keep hearing this person screaming, this person talking. Number 6 is taking regular breaks to just rest and recharge. There was like one full year when I really started my business that I was like hustle, like I cannot breathe. Like I can't even take a 2-minute break because I'm slacking. And I caught myself just getting drained. I found myself dreading doing certain things and especially dreading things more and more as they came along because I was overworking myself so much. And I thought this was serving me because I was just being so productive every hour of the day. But naturally, I started to lose creativity some hours. I started to just not be my best certain hours. I lost energy when I was on certain calls because I'm just tired. I'm overstimulated. I never gave myself a break. You actually perform better. You're gonna have more clarity when you're giving yourself those breaks. And now, don't abuse this. That does not mean take an hour break every other hour to watch Netflix. No. But giving yourself those 5-minute recharges, those 15-minute recharge, maybe that mid-afternoon where you go for a 15, 20, 30-minute walk, grab a coffee, and you come back, you're ready to go again. You're recharged. Just getting out and then getting back into the zone again. And again, this is one of those things, see what works for you. Maybe for you, having a midday workout session really recharges you because you get a lot of work done in the morning, and then you go to the gym, you recharge, you get some clarity, you have that mental break, and then after the gym, you're ready to go for another second half of the day. So just being mindful, seeing where you can put breaks, where you can give yourself those little rests to just recharge, regain, so boom, you can go into the next thing. A lot of great energy. Like I actually can't make this up. You guys can literally see it's dark outside. I worked from like morning to about like 4 p.m. Today I was doing a bunch of stuff and then I was just tired. So I was sitting on my couch for like an hour and a half just watching something, eating. And after like an hour, I was like, why didn't I film some videos tonight? I wanted to record some YouTube videos. I have some reels and TikToks I want to make. I also need to record a video for my business. I'm just gonna get up and start filming a bunch of content. And I literally set up my stuff and here I am filming my content. Now I actually had planned to stop working at 4 o'clock when I sat down on my couch. But I guess it's just because I had that hour and a half of like I was recharged, I'm refueled, I'm ready to do some more work for another 3 hours of the night. The 7th thing, and I actually kind of talked about this when we were talking about number 1, which is making your to-do list and making the quadrants, is just having to-do lists. You are for sure going to be in your lazy girl era if you don't know what to do every single day. A confused mind does nothing. This is why I am a to-do list girly. Staying organized, having schedules, having routines, having to-do lists. Again, something trial and error. You have to see what works for you. Maybe for you, just having a to-do list and putting in the quadrant that we shared works really good for you. Maybe you're someone who you need even more accountability with yourself, so you make an actual schedule for yourself. At 6 a.m. I'm doing this, at 7 a.m. I'm doing this, at 8 a.m. I did this. For me, my first year and a half, this worked really good for me. I held myself so accountable where I made myself an actual schedule from like 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. I took all these to-do list tasks and I plugged them into the time slots that I was gonna do them in. The whole goal of this is to just make sure you're getting the to-do lists done every single day. So what's gonna help you stay on top of that even more? The schedules, the routine. Speaking of routines, you guys know I am a morning routine advocate. It sets the tone for the day completely. I don't know what I would do. I swear I would just be lost, unmotivated. I would be lost throughout my day if I didn't have a structured morning routine. I have Sunday reset routines. Maybe you have a night routine. Figuring out what routines help you. Number 8 is setting clear and attainable goals. I want a mixture of short and long-term goals. The long-term goals are great, obviously, because we want to have that end year vision, that 5-year, that 10-year. The long-term goals are great. But when you can tick off these small attainable wins for yourself and you can just accumulate win after win after win on a daily basis, even on a small level, you're gonna start programming your mind to be a winner. When you feel good, you end up doing more. You end up being more productive. I'm sure we all have that feeling where when there's that one thing that we need to get done that we've been dreading and we finally do it, we feel so good. It's like dopamine. It's like, I finished it. I'm excited. I did this. And if anything, it makes you want to do more. You're like, I just did this. Okay, now I'm in a flow. Now I'm going to do the next thing. So daily, weekly, monthly, having more small attainable goals and wins that you can achieve for yourself. So this week, I'm going to have this small goal. If you can achieve that goal, you're gonna feel so excited and so inspired to go into a whole new week and hit another goal, because you know that all these little goals, all these ones that you're accumulating are getting to that end year-long goal that we're working towards. Okay, and the ninth and final focus technique I'm going to share with you guys to completely exit that lazy girl era is working on your self-discipline. Setting limits, sticking to your schedule, sticking to completing your to-do list every single day, holding yourself accountable to your actions. When you naturally, like, self-discipline is something that it's self, like this is you versus you. And I cannot explain the feeling of how good you feel, the highest version of yourself that you enter into when you know you got you. When you know you got that self-discipline. Like, I can use the gym, for example, because I go to the gym 5 days a week. When I am on my streaks of eating good, working out every single day, I naturally am more motivated to wake up every single day and go to the gym, because I have a track history now. I've been doing so good every single day. So it makes me want to do good the next day, good the next day, good the next day. Whereas when I have those weeks where I fall off and I don't go to the gym for 2 days, I ate horrible for 3 days in a row, I feel less motivated when I wake up in the morning to go to the gym. Because I feel, I really slacked. Like, I don't feel good about myself. When I don't feel good about myself, I don't perform my best. I don't show up as my best. So how can you start practicing self-discipline every single day in your day-to-day life? Like I said, it's holding yourself accountable. It's doing the things that you said you're gonna do. It's not slacking off. It's doing all these things that I just talked about in this video. With that being said, you guys, that is a list of things that will get you out of that lazy girl era and step you into that highest version of yourself. If you got value from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Also, any video recommendations that you guys have for me, drop them down below. Also, I'm active on Instagram every single day. I'm always posting on there daily. I'm always connecting with you guys. If you have any questions, if you guys want to talk, send me a message on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram down below. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video.